Hello! Welcome back to Story Reckless. I'm Nathan. I use he, him pronouns, and we are in an actual play live stream playing D&D in Descent into Avernus. And I'm trying a new audio setup today. My mic is going to be very present for those of you that have been watching. So anybody watching in chat, if any of my audio sounds bad or whatever, just let me know and I can go back to how it used to be. Okay, let's do some player intros.
My name's Claire. My pronouns are they, them. I'm still playing Gadam, half-elf grave cleric, and I have changed absolutely nothing about my audio.
My name is Olive, she and they pronouns. Today I will be playing Calliope, our Genasi old lady, and I switched headphones.
Hi, my name is Enyo, they, them pronouns. I will be playing Pip, an alchemist satyr, and I bought new headphones.
Oh, excellent. Oh, yeah, those are new. Yeah, you had the ones with the little last time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Well, with that, let's do a recap, and then we can jump right into it. So, let's see here. There we go. So, last we left off, you all were still here within Fort Knucklebone. Kadam, you had a lovely conversation with the necromancer, Feanor, which she never actually introduced herself, but you found out.
That's all right. Neither did I.
Found out through some other friends that you met. Feanor gave you some information about Avernus, kind of what's going on and places you could go to find out information, and told you that she does not like Mahati of the Wandering Emporium. As you were getting ready to leave the well, you were blocked by the werefolk, the wereboars and the wererats, and they kind of smushed you into the booth and kind of talked you up and just wanted to find out who you were, what you were doing here, all that. And Valor sat in the lap of the leader of this gang, Ragadraga, which he did not like very much. But you then, everything seemed to resolve just fine, and you went to meet up with your other friends who were just returning from speaking with Mad Maggie. You all went to the hostel to set up your tent and settle down for a bit to discuss what to do next. Pip got a little bit sidetracked by the two imps, Pins and Needles, and discovered that they were claiming that one of the madcaps, the redcaps that have been corrupted by Demon Ichor, that one of the madcaps was plotting to kill Lulu, and they were trying to encourage you to off this madcap to dispose of them before supposedly they took down Lulu. But Pip, you could tell they were spinning a tale. They were lying. Who knows why? But you went to join your friends, and you all huddled inside the two tents to discuss what comes next. There was talk of heading to seek out Tiamat's champion here on Avernus, Archon the Cruel, to see if you could get an audience with Tiamat to speak with her. I believe that was what you all were thinking about doing. That was kind of your plan. Lulu did offer that she would be willing to go through the ritual that Mad Maggie is offering to peer into her mind and hopefully see some of her lost memories. And she also expressed her desire to help Zariel and redeem her, but understands that there are many souls at stake, and her desire is for her alone and her one friend, but could lead to helping many. But she would be willing to help you on your journey, and if you don't decide to pursue Zariel, the redemption of Zariel, she understands and would seek out some other means of achieving that after helping all of you. With all of that, I think that's where we ended, right? You were in the tents and you wrapped up this conversation and had some plans in place. Soul steak? I missed that. Anyways, so we pick up here, all of you cuddling inside the tents. Maybe not cuddling, but huddled inside. What do you all plan to do next as you kind of wrap up this conversation?
All right, so heading out to meet up with Tiamat's envoy tomorrow morning. Maybe get a rest here first.
Oh, was I gonna do the ritual first before we leave?
Yeah, whenever Mad Maggie's done with that, I guess, between now and then.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a pretty packed day.
Did she say how long it would take to prep?
Nope. I'm sure she'll let us know.
I suppose we could go ask her.
Well, we could. I mean, do we want to get it done and over with, or do we want to do other things first?
I kind of want to talk to Chuck and Clonk just a little bit. I want to see what, they have a lot of exciting stuff happening in that workshop over there.
They do, don't they?
They sure do. Glad you understand.
Well, if you want to go have fun, Calliope, I don't object, certainly.
Fantastic. I'll see y'all later. And I'm gonna straighten up my tinfoil horns and spine devil things.
Oh yeah.
And I'll recast disguise self again to reform into this kind of hattered spine devil.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I'll trundle on out.
Oh, wait. Just gonna grab Calliope by the scruff. And just be like, I just want to clarify what our plan is so that we don't get too off track here. Okay? You're gonna go. We're gonna check in with Mad Maggie and ask her how long it's going to take at the end of today. Get some rest, and then if she can do it that morning, then we do the ritual.
Or tonight, even. If she gets done before then, that sounds good.
What about if Lulu needs a little bit of time to recover from what she learns?
Then we wait.
Okay. Just don't leave without us. I don't know. You seem very, very excited by them, and I'm just would not be surprised to see you busting out of here.
If they offer to let me ride around in one, we won't go far. I'll let you know before I leave.
That would be nice. Yeah, if you go out on a ride with them, it would be nice to know beforehand. Specifically, my request is that you don't steal one of them.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got my eye on the prize. I know what we're doing.
All right, at least not until after we do the ritual.
Okay, yeah. Then we can talk.
See, that's what I agree on. Okay, so don't steal anything until after the ritual, and also let us know. Because I'll be there. You know I want to steal one of those. Okay, go have fun. I just wanted to clarify that.
Scamper out.
All right, Calliope scampers out of the tent and off into Fort Knucklebone. What about the two of you? Are you gonna stay? We'll follow Calliope here in a minute, but I just want to know what the two of you are doing.
Why does it make so much sense for her to be a spined devil?
It really, truly does feel like she's been waiting for an excuse to be a spine devil. This feels like it's been simmering.
I agree.
Did something change about Calliope? Hasn't she always looked that way?
Yeah. I mean, at some point, it's going to start turning into that.
It definitely suits her, as Valor kind of shifts inside this small tent, kind of leaning onto one elbow.
The tent's bulging out.
Yeah,
she leans
like this. You hear the armor straining under.
Maybe that she should investigate that a little bit later when we have more time for introspection.
Why she's so much of a spine devil?
There's
Perhaps.
certainly something there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being human. I don't know how many people were actually fooled by it, but
It weren't terribly persuasive, I gotta tell you.
look, it was better before the horns started coming back. And, you know, I
It
don't even
was.
bother with my ears anymore. Like, but when it had to be, it was persuasive.
All right,
Just let me have this one.
I'll let you have this one, Pip.
Thank you.
I'm gonna crawl back into the back tent and... Actually, Pip, do you still have that romance novel you bought in Baldur's Gate?
Oh my god. I do. I've read it like 15 times now. I get so bored. Do you know how quick of a read it is? Here. The front page has been torn off. I don't even remember what it was called.
Yeah, I don't really remember either, but, well, thanks. Thanks.
All right, you get Pip's romance novel and go into the back tent. And are you just gonna kind of close the flap to be on your own for a bit, or?
I think I'll leave it open just in
Okay.
case anyone wants me, but yeah, I'm gonna curl up back there.
Okay. Pip, what about you? Are you gonna stay or head out?
I think Pip's gonna head out, but I also just want to note that in the book, there's like little bits kind of scribbled inside, like where Pip has been like, this part sucks, this is better.
Amazing. All right. So Pip, as you exit the tent, Valor kind of looks to you, Kadam, as Pip is leaving. Do you want to have time to yourself? Looks like you're busy. I was probably gonna head over to the well.
Go for it. I might meet you there later.
All right. Hopefully I don't get smushed into a booth like you did.
You seem to handle yourself pretty well.
Well, I'll be fine. It'll actually probably be fun, but... Alright, well, see you later, Kadam. And
All right.
she will scoot out of the tent after Pip. As they leave, we'll cut over to Calliope, who is scampering along the dusty courtyard towards the archway of the garage where the Kenku are working. You can hear the incessant squawking of all the Kenku within and the kind of banging and clanking of metal and kind of wrenches going. And as you peer inside, you can see indeed Chukka and Clonk. Chukka is currently like prone underneath this machine, working under it, while Clonk is kind of observing from above and sort of handing tools down to Chukka. The machine itself looks to be it has, 4 wheels, unlike the Demon Grinder had kind of this like multitude, almost like track of wheels. This has 4 wheels. It's all kind of sloped downwards. A lot of the vehicles here seem to be kind of, bigger at the back and then slope down to the front in kind of a point. And the front of it does have what look to be these really gnarly looking kind of pikes, almost like a underwater fish or something, kind of poking out the front. And coming off of the wheels themselves, there seem to be these blades that would spin as the vehicle moves. But you can see them working there. What do you want to do, Calliope?
So why wheels?
As you come up and saying that, Clonk sort of looks over at you as Chukka's little head pops out looking up at you. Why wheels?
It just seems like if you put wheels on it, you can't go anywhere besides a road.
Ask strange questions, why wheels? Wheels, very versatile here in the plains of Avernus.
Versatile until you hit your first, craggy staircase or something.
They both kind of look at each other and let out these little bird chirping laughs. And then look back at you. Staircase.
Staircase or anything. Like, you can't get around like a city. You can't get around like any kind of rough terrain. Not on wheels.
They both look out to beyond the wall and kind of gesture. Wide open wastes of Avernus.
Okay, well, there, I guess. But, like, I don't know. We thought about wheels for a while, but it just seemed impractical. You can't build an infrastructure on wheeled vehicles. It's too inflexible. You just have to build roads everywhere.
Roads. No roads in Avernus. And Chukka sort of scampers out and kind of takes his clawed hand and kind of gently caresses the wheel, which you can see has these really gnarly looking like cleats in them essentially, and kind of caresses it and looks back to you. This, my dear lad, can get anywhere in this rough terrain.
I want to see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Chukka kind of looks a little deflated. Clonk leans against the vehicle looking at you. Damn thing ain't working. And Chukka sort of cocks his head and gestures. Can't figure it out. A puzzle.
A puzzle. I love puzzles. What seems to be the problem?
And Chukka will kind of look at you and then get down and gesture and like get down on his back, and you can see he has this little wheeled kind of skateboard thing that he kind of gets on and gestures for you to crawl under as he pushes himself under there and then starts pointing at the undercarriage of this. Do you want to crawl under to look?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so as you get down in the dust,
the tinfoil like crinkles, I think, in like a very metallic sounding way that doesn't make sense for the body that I have. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's it's a tight squeeze under here. Unfortunately, you don't have the little wheeled thing that Chukka has, so you kind of have to like scoot your back down.
It's fine.
And yeah, looking at the underside of this thing, it is you are seeing some similarities to constructs you've worked with, but there's a lot of new happening here. And you realize too, looking at it, like where you would see like pipes that would probably be transferring fluid, expecting to see like forged metal pipes. You can see a lot of it seems to be made out of what almost looks like organic materials. Like this is some sort of organic pipe that's running throughout that looks incredibly sturdy, but it has that kind of like striated look, like I don't know if you've
What's
ever.
That?
Yeah.
What's that made out of?
And Chukka kind of runs a claw on it, and you kind of hear it like click as it goes, almost like a xylophone or something. And as he does, he looks at you. Windpipes of the various demons, and keeps stroking the various pipes. And you can see the whole thing seems to be kind of made, like there are metal components, but there are pieces that look organic that have been incorporated into this machine. And Chukka sort of pushes aside some of these pipes. Are slightly flexible to kind of look further in, and you can see there's gears and things within. And Chukka's kind of looking up. It's just not starting. It's not starting. Something's not right. What do you do, Calliope?
I'm gonna pull out like a little like glow orb or something. Like I'm gonna do magical tinkering to like just get a little light here to see what's going on.
Okay.
What would this look like? I think it's just like a super like miniature I don't know, like some sort of like a gemstone that's shining like really brightly, then like in a little like enclosed like camper light kind of.
Yeah, okay.
So it just kind of like diffuses it.
Yeah. Yeah, as you look up inside, are you...
I would like to make an intelligence check of some kind to try to identify the problem. I'm not going to try to technobabble my way all the way through.
You can make either Arcana or Investigation check.
You know I want to make an Arcana check. I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2.
Which becomes a 13.
Oh wait, I'm not on the. Hold on, there it is.
I can't roll Arcana
13.
or
Oh my
anything.
goodness.
Can you do your inspiration thing?
Oh shit! Flash of Genius.
Flash of genius.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're
So that's
welcome.
+5.
A +5?
I rolled a 2 and then we're up to 18.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me.
Why do I even roll? What's the point of rolling?
So you get an 18. Yeah, so looking up inside, you can see that there
It's unfamiliar.
it is unfamiliar. And you can see there is what look to be a series of gears that I don't know if Big Dummy has something like this, but I think you're with your kind of mechanical understanding, you can tell that these gears, allow this thing to travel at great speeds. And they all look to be made out of, again, like some kind of hardened chitinous, like almost organic material.
It would have been so much easier to have lightweight but strong materials like that instead of having to forge everything.
But
like leather and rope.
You notice that one of them, it's incredibly subtle, which is probably why Chukka didn't notice it, but one of them, you notice it kind of twitch slightly, and you can see just like almost imperceptibly these like kind of inky veins sort of creeping across the surface of this dark chitinous almost gear-like thing. And you suspect that whatever this material is, which is likely harvested from a demon, this one is still like holding on to some semblance of life. It's somehow holding on to some like bit of that demon essence, which is likely causing the problem when they try to start the vehicle.
See, you just gotta get light on it.
Oh, so you're pointing at it? Okay.
Yeah.
Chukka like kind of
That's it.
pulls
It's twitching.
aside more of these pipes and sticks their beak in and looks really close at this one gear, and then kind of goes back looking at you.
Oh, the corruption hasn't been left. There's still some life in there.
And then looking back at you.
There's some sort of purification process you gotta do. And we had tanneries outside the city. Is it a little bit like that?
Perhaps we could purify. Yes, that might do it. Some way to remove the essence. Or, go out and find a new Herzo. Get some more spines from a Herzo and build a new gear. What do you think of that, lad?
No, that sounds fun.
Oh, all right.
And Chukka kind of scampers out from under the vehicle, gesturing for you to come out, looking over at Clonk. They both start excitedly chittering in their little bird tongue, like... And then Chukka looks back at you.
Well, we could go out on a hunt, my dear. But it would take some time and we'd have to find the said beast.
Yeah, I'm on a tight schedule. I might not be able to make that. You don't have a lot of just like random demons wandering around?
We'd have to go on a scouting mission. Find one.
What's purification look like then? That's the other option.
Ooh, well, some perhaps divine magic might be able to pull the corruption from it. Or some other form of magic, if you can think of something.
I got a friend. Could fix that up real quick.
Oh, really? Wonderful.
And the two kind of look at each other excitedly, back at you.
Would you like some aid in this?
No, I think I can ask my friend for a favor on my own. But if you want to come along, sure. I'm sure they'd love to see you again. Come on, we're back at the camp.
Very well. And they'll kind of hop along next to you as you head out. Where are you headed to, Calliope?
Just the tent to go talk to Kidam.
Talk to Kadam? Okay. Yeah, as you head out in that direction, I think you No, you were probably there long enough. But you're heading in that direction to go meet up back with Kadam. I want to quickly kind of cut over and check in with Pip to see where Pip is headed. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. Pip just started walking out of the tent, stopped for a minute, turned back to like call out to Valor and be like, "Hey, do you want to like do a stakeout on some madcaps?"
Valor. A stakeout on madcaps? Are those... What are...
They're like red caps that have bathed in demon blood or something like that. I don't...
Right.
I didn't entirely know.
Sure. I mean, what's to what end? Why are we staking out some madcaps?
Well, what else are you gonna do around here?
I mean, I was thinking of going and getting whatever drinks they might have at the well, but...
They are vile, but I would get one with you after I stake out a madcap. Well, the imps were talking about it, and they really wanted me to kill him, saying that he had plans to kill Lulu, but I think they're full of shite. But I'm still very curious. I do want to know.
Sure, yeah, that sounds fun. It might lead to violence, might lead to drinks. That all sounds fun, sure. Where are we going?
All right. Good fucking question.
So, okay.
Wait, hold on. We can use our detective skills. This is going to actually be part investigation before we actually get to the, fisticuffs.
All right, sure. How are we going to be detecting with this? What information do you have?
Did they write something down for you? Do I remember that?
Yeah, they did.
Oh
They
yeah,
did
what
write
did they
something
what
down.
did they write down?
They just gave me a description.
A description,
of,
right?
Of Wazik
Okay.
the madcap.
Yeah, looking at the note, the description says Wazik it says it says, yeah, all right, look for a madcap with big underbite, has 3 big teeth sticking out left side. He likes to hang out in the scrap pile northeast. Well, that doesn't mean anything here in Avernus. And that's like written in there. There's just like a bunch of dots and then some likes to look at himself in shiny metal in the scrap pile.
A madcap of taste.
What do you have there, Pip?
A description of our... What do they call it? What do they call people they investigate?
Oh, what is it, like a perp? Or no, that's probably not it.
That has like penal implications, and this isn't that. It's just like our target. But
Target?
it sounds like... No, it doesn't matter. See, we're gonna be good at this eventually.
All right, yeah. We're going to be great. I'm more straightforward. Actually, you know what? That's not true. What am I even saying? I've been down here too long. I'm a bounty hunter by trade. This is what I do. What am I even... I'm so embarrassed right now. I've been so caught up in everything that's happening that... Let's go do this.
There we go. That's the valor that...
That what?
Nothing. Let's go get a drink first. We can ask around about this madcap.
We're
and
getting
then...
drink first. I thought we're stakeout first and then drink.
Yes, but that sounds boring. If I'm gonna do a stakeout, I want to be pissed for it.
You know, it is...
You're the professional bounty hunter,
Right, and normally,
You tell me.
normally you do the drinking once you get your target. Right,
But
because...
we're asking around about the madcap.
But the note says where they it says exactly where we need to go in order to do the stake. Like, most of the work is done already.
But not the drinking part.
Make a persuasion roll.
I want to fail this. I don't know why I'm being such a
22.
God damn it.
All right, fine. We can have one drink.
Just one drink. One
Sure.
drink, that's all.
Sure.
That's all I ask.
Maybe we can get it to go.
You know what? Way ahead of you there. Shows the file.
Well, there we go. All right. Let's go do it, and then we'll start the stakeout, and it'll be great. And Valor and you head off to the well to go get drinks. At this point, as you head into the well, Calliope and the Kenku are leaving the garage and heading towards Kadam. Kadam, you hear the approaching of footsteps, kind of crunching in the dust here, approaching the tent as you're reading your novel. Were you doing anything besides reading the novel as everybody kind of left?
I'm not really reading the novel.
Yeah, what were you doing as everybody left?
I'm staring at the ceiling, like lying there and just looking at all the pretty pictures that people have painted and trying to decide whether it's worth using my 2 4th level spell slots to cast Sending or not.
As you are contemplating that, you hear the crunching of dust and dirt as these footsteps approach. Calliope.
Knock, Lyra.
Yep. I will stick my head out the front.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Hi, everyone.
Hey, y'all want to come in? It's cozy in here. We were hoping you could maybe do us a little bit of a favor.
What's up?
And I didn't go on a hunt that would take days, taking me out of the fortress.
Thank you.
This is the alternate path for that. Just wanted to set some expectations, or I don't know.
Thank you so
Come
much
on in,
for
come on in.
coming and saying hi to me instead.
The 2 Kenku come and slip into the tent behind Calliope.
Yeah, so we got this little gear thing, and you see these black marks. That's because it's still alive or something. There's still a demon in it, and it's making the thing not work. And they said some divine magic sort of thing could maybe get the rest of the demon essence out. How are you good at exorcisms on inanimate objects?
Well, I have accomplished one exorcism on one alive person who remained alive throughout it, so...
We actually want this to be dead by the end of it. So just do worse than you did last time. You'll be great.
If I take it in my hand and just cast Word of Radiance, does anything happen?
That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
You release the spell, which I believe has been described as having kind of a tone that accompanies it, right?
Yeah.
As you speak Celestial, is that right?
Yeah.
So you kind of speak the Celestial and release the energy, and it just sort of absorbs into it, and you can still you actually even see it react, like the black veins kind of coursing across it seem to bulge for a moment but continue to writhe and then sort of settle, but it's still present within it. Chukka kind of cocks his head looking at you curiously. Clonk sort of leans in as the feathers sort of puff up, and Chukka goes,
Oh, yes, you need something more powerful to cleanse it.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. I'll guide and bolt it?
okay. Wait, okay, make an attack roll.
Do I get advantage because it's an inanimate object right in front of me?
Or is that disadvantage because you're casting in melee?
Let's just do a straight roll.
Okay. All right, that's acceptable. 21.
21. Hold on, let me see something. That definitely hit, or yeah, that just hits. How are you Like, are you holding it in your hand and it's just like, like striking it?
We put it down on the ground,
Okay.
but we're still in a tent.
Uh-huh. So from the outside, there's just this sudden flash of light and everybody's shadow is cast on the tent as the guiding bolt strikes it. Go ahead and roll damage.
10.
10 damage.
10 radiant. Do I add anything to that?
Okay.
Yeah.
The guiding bolt slams into the gear and you watch it shatter into a million pieces.
Oh no!
As it just and scatters across the ground.
I'm so sorry.
And the two Keku stiffen up, their feathers all collapse in on them on themselves, and they kind of look down at all the pieces now just smoking as you hear this like faint little as like the little black veins kind of retreat inside the pieces and just burn up.
Oh, fantastic! You did it! Great! I start gathering up the pieces. I would like to cast mending to put it back together.
Okay. You can do this. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
And
fair. It repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, and it takes a minute. Per single.
And this is like the ultimate puzzle to try to find all of the pieces.
Perfect for Calliope.
So it's just the old lady doing the puzzle and just like okay, this is going to take time. And I need you to make, oh my god. I'll let you do intelligence.
Guidance.
Investigation, yeah. You can do an investigation roll to try to put this together. This is going to be very difficult. This is like Kadam exploded this thing.
Can I add proficiency? Oh,
if you have proficiency in investigation.
Jeweler's tools.
Okay, yeah.
That's like my artificer thing.
Yeah.
I was working on all this fire crystal. So
you know what? Yeah, go ahead. You can add your proficiency bonus if you're using your tools.
It just adds it twice, I guess, when I do that because I do have
twice.
Oh no, I don't have proficiency in investigation. Oh, rad. Cool.
So yeah, so it's just intelligence plus proficiency modifier, and then you have guidance.
So 1d20 plus 5 intelligence modifier plus guidance plus proficiency using the tool. What's our proficiency these days?
3.
Okay, and it's an artificer thing where I think your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with the tool.
Okay, so it's a plus 6.
Yeah, so plus 11 total.
Plus 11, and then you have a d4 to add to that.
I rolled another 2 on the d20.
Okay.
Which brings it up to 17.
Oh, with the 4. Okay.
And I'll flash a genius it up to 22.
How many flash of geniuses do you have left?
2 more after this.
Okay. So it brings it up to a 22. So you roll the 2 and you get a 22. Because artificers.
Nice are having a great time tonight.
Wow. Okay. I was
failed successfully.
A 22.
I think how that's represented is like there's a whole bunch of times where like it doesn't actually like quite fit up, and I just kind of like rammed them together and like brute force it using magic. It's okay. That's close enough.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
How long do Chuck and Clonk like hang out while I just do a Jinx puzzle?
So they see you start doing this, and as soon as you start, however your magic is represented for casting mending, I'm not sure what it looks like. Are you using like an actual?
Pull out like a little like workstation out of my bag of holding / big dummy. Maybe even like partially unfold it. I think, which is probably pretty crowded in the tent.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's the 2 tents together, so you probably have to set it up in like the other tent, kind of like this little workstation. As soon as you start doing that and you start gathering the pieces, both of them are like, you see Clonk is like kind of starting to do that. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like an owl like puff up when they're like when they're threatened, but like all the feathers are like starting to puff up. Chukka is just like looking really sad and defeated, sees you set this up, and immediately Chukka like looks and sees all the tools that are coming out, and then just kind of like pats Clonk, calming him down a bit, and then kind of hops over to you and goes, "Oh yes, I love puzzles."
Yeah, get in on this.
And
we want to get all the edge pieces first, aka the spikes, the spokes.
And Chukka will start to quickly start gathering the pieces. Clonk kind of resigns himself and hops over and just starts picking up pieces and adding it.
I will pick up the book
Mm-hmm.
and go to Clonk and say, "Is there anything that you would like to be able to say but haven't been able to? Like, is there anything that I can say so that you can imitate? I could also just like read to you."
Clonk looks down at the book, looks at you, flips through the pages, or if you have the book open, he kind of reaches down and starts flipping through the pages. Like starts like finding words and is like pointing at one, points to another, and slowly, actually, I guess kind of slow because it has to find them throughout the book, but just picks 3 words. Sorry, 4 words. Get out. Wow, I'm so bad at counting. 5 words. Get out of my face.
I will retreat.
No, and then as you retreat, Clonk is like looking at you like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Get out of my face.
And do it more aggressively.
"Get out of my face." And then goes and starts picking up pieces again. "Get out of my face." And starts adding them to the thing. As this is happening, Calliope, this definitely is going to take you at least an hour. So as that, like, as the 50-minute mark is approaching, and you can tell that the
Disguise self is wearing off. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
out of
enchantment's
first
wearing
level
off.
spell slots. It's fine.
Okay, so do you let it just wear off?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it fades just as at the tail end of this. Both Chukka doesn't notice because Chukka's so like invested at this point as you're getting closer and closer to completing this gear. Clonk definitely takes note, looks to you, Kadam, looks back to Calliope, looks back to you, Kadam. Calliope, is this the real version? Or I guess it doesn't say Calliope, says whatever was it legend? No,
Legend.
legend, yeah.
Legend,
So,
yeah.
legend, is this the real version? And gestures to Calliope.
In some way, there is an element of truth. Weirdly enough.
Weirdly enough. And as you finish up the puzzle, Calliope, it looks almost perfectly the way you remembered it. And Chukka is looking very satisfied and then looks at you. "Oh, hello there. Who are you?"
Hey, I'm Legend. Hey, we did the thing. I want to see this car go. The demon grinder.
"I want to see this car go." And
Let's go.
grabs the gear and starts to hop out excitedly, immediately forgetting about you changing your appearance.
Yeah. I'm out of first level, so I'm just gonna start burning second levels on this.
Okay,
Why not?
so
Let's go.
Second level disguise self as you go hopping out. Do you get anything with casting at a higher level for disguise self, or no? Like an extra hour? Nope. Okay. So you all head out. Clonk waves to you, Kadam, if you stay within the tent, and just says, "Thank you. Thank you so much." Waves and hops out. "Get out of my face." And you all head back to the vehicle that they were working on. As Chukka excitedly hops up to the vehicle, gets down on his knees and is getting ready to go under, looks back at you, Calliope.
My sweet bird, would you like to do the honors? And hands the gear.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay. And
Worm my way under.
yeah.
Fit it right in there.
And as you reach up and kind of have to squeeze in between all these pipes and slot it in, it clicks into place with a satisfying clunk. And you can feel it kind of slot in between the other gears. Chukka is kind of looking down from below to look at you from under the car.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah,
All
sounds
set?
great.
All right, good. Let's give it a test.
And Chukka hops up into the like pilot cockpit seat of this vehicle. You see this kind of almost armored like a helmet closing, kind of slides open, revealing the seat within. He hops in and slides it shut, and you hear some noises within, and then a as the whole thing starts barreling up in turning on. You also hear kind of emanating from the back where the whole vehicle is vibrating and kind of this thick exhaust is pouring out, this ever very faint sound of just as this horrendous sound of like gears churning and engine roaring and souls wailing all mixed together as this thing fires into life. The metal like kind of helmet slider comes flying open. Chukka looks super excited at you.
Oh, wonderful, it's working. Yes. You did an excellent job, my sweet bird. Excellent job.
And Chukka turns some massive lever. The whole thing turns off and he jumps out and just like comes and embraces you in a hug.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, you want to race?
Oh, you need to be doing a bit more work before having fun.
And then gestures to himself.
Oh, okay. Maybe later.
Perhaps later, after the work is done.
That sounds great. I love that.
Find me in, I find you.
Sounds good. Yeah. I'll show you that wheels ain't all that much. Legs are where it's at. They're much more flexible.
All right, I look forward to it.
And as we cut away from that, we cut to Pip and Valor. Do you want to cut straight to you both having drinks at this stakeout as you're watching these madcaps, or did you want to do something at the actual bar?
No, I think we're kind of just sitting in like an alcove kind of that's ominously shadowed, like chewing a stick and taking a swig of whatever cheap drink we got from there that Pip somehow probably got for free.
All right, awesome. Yeah, go ahead and just if you got it. If you want to get it for free, I would like you to either make a persuasion roll or a sleight of hand check for me, and we'll see what happens.
Persuasion is kind of my good thing. So, and that's what usually makes sense for her. Oh God.
Oh my God, a 23. Yeah, you managed to tell a good story and gain favor with the bartender, Natasha. She seemed very charmed by it and was willing to give you both a drink on the house.
Just to be clear, last time Verity had a drink there, she got in a fight and punched somebody.
Oh
Is
yes,
that right?
yes, definitely.
cool.
Yeah. Natasha doesn't seem too bothered by it.
It was charming. It was charming in a way. Like Pip comes back and is like, I know not to buy the Styx water now. I learned my lesson. And then just does like Kenku impressions or something. I think, Pip does impressions of like some of the patrons, and instead of getting her ass kicked, gets a free drink.
All right, excellent.
How do you
As
tell if it's a Kenku impression? Because that would just sound like somebody.
Yeah, because it's so many different people, and I think she does little hoppy things.
as the two of you are sitting here in this kind of up against the rocky fingers of the hand outcropping, you're kind of tucked into a little side in the shadows there. As you said, across the way you can see the ramshackle wall of metal, twisted metal and bone, and these little like shelters, these little huts that have been constructed out of a lot of this material where the madcaps and redcaps seem to dwell. And the one that Pins and Needles directed you to, at least you hope so, it currently seems to be unoccupied, but you can see that there's like one side of it off to the right where there's like what looks to be like a large piece of almost like sheet metal that's been kind of pushed up to form a wall. And you can clearly see that one portion of it has been almost like polished and is very reflective and shiny. But as you're sitting there waiting, Valor's kind of looking at you as she takes a swig from the drink you have acquired.
That was actually pretty impressive. You'd think an impression of a Kenku would just be an impression of anyone, but you managed to pull it off. It was very clear who you were impersonating.
Well, I was doing it directly to the patrons' faces as if I were a Kenku, so I think they understood the level of irony. They're really cultured here.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, certain type of culture. When I think of culture, I think of my time back in Cormier, and that was insufferable. It was too much pageantry.
Well, tell me about it. We know Madcap's gonna come out of that shiny spot, but we've got time to kill.
Well, it's I don't know what to say. I used to be a knight in Cormier, and I had to go to all these gatherings, these political events and pageants and balls, all those types of things. I was normally just keeping watch, but there were times when I was invited to participate, and
Did you hate it?
I did, yes. None of it was real, right? You would have all these people. You see, as I got better at my job, I got invited to more of these things in more of an official capacity where I got to participate and be like a guest of honor, right? Oh, the great warrior Valor, look at her, like being almost shown around, right? And the thing is, you would be in like one of these gatherings, one of these balls, and the people, they'd be speaking to each other in all these niceties and formalities, and none of them knew that they were all talking shit about each other behind their backs. Because you see, you're right, I used to be like on guard duty or escorting some royal person, and I would hear them talk and gossip and talk shit about each other all the time. And you would get in this formal setting, and they're so nice and so kind to each other and complimenting each other, when literally 5 minutes before that they were talking shit. It all was not
I
very
think they
real.
all know. Of course it's not real. I mean, what is real? How do you define reality? Everything is pageantry, just more so in politics. Politics is the ultimate pageantry. They have to pretend that they are being authentic, but in my experience, they all know that none of them are authentic. It's just a facsimile.
Sure, but I didn't want to participate in that anymore. I mean, I don't really experience the pageantry you're speaking of when I'm
when it's me and one other person, and we're both, well, trying to kill each other. That's one moment of no pageantry at all. Everything is rather simple. Everything is very raw and very real, as far as I can tell. I mean, if these people I've been up against were putting on a show, I mean...
Valor, have you never had a sexy duel?
A sexy duel? No, I can't say I have.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put that on the list.
A sexy duel.
Well, think about it. I think
Are both individuals trying to kill each other in this hypothetical scenario?
it's unclear. Sometimes maybe. That's part of the fun, though. It's like, ooh, am I actually going to die?
I mean, yes,
I
it
never
is...
actually expected, but you know what I'm talking about.
It's... I do and I don't. I have had those moments where I actually have... I felt this sense of fun. But that's usually when I know I'm going to win. And...
Well, that's because you're dumb.
Because I'm dumb?
No.
Right. I understand. Because, yes. Well... Yes. But...
All right. I know when to back off. I get it.
No, it's okay, Pip. There's always that feeling that creeps back in, though, when it's over. And I see what's actually before me.
And what feeling is that?
Like I did something wrong. When I see the other person laying there. And I'm panting and I feel so great and
they're dead?
Yes. I mean, I've had my fair share of tracking down the target, finding them, and I have them like it was nothing. I even toyed with them a bit to draw it out. And then when it's over, I don't know, I just feel this strange sensation come over me, like I did something wrong. Or I see how it affects those around me. When I'm coming back through town with the limp body on the back of my horse, and there's people who knew that person, and I see the way they react, and the way they look at me. Especially some folks, being who I am, sometimes people can be a little tiefling sometimes in the more smaller communities. People don't know what they're seeing. They make assumptions.
Right, yeah. Well, for what it's worth, I haven't seen anything that seemed like you were doing any kind of violence really unnecessarily the entire time we've been traveling together.
Well, that's nice, Pip, but you haven't known me for that long. We only just met, down here. But I appreciate it. This is getting too much, right? At this point, you hear kind of a clanking of metal, of something kind of shifting to the side, and she sort of looks around the corner, kind of gestures her head in the direction of the sound. Might have our mark coming. As you kind of look in that direction, you can see there's like a gaggle of these madcaps sort of scurrying around the perimeter of the wall, sort of chittering at each other and laughing as they all kind of scurry off into their various little abodes. You can see one of them seems to be dragging something behind them that's still slightly twitching, and as you see them go inside, you can see what looks to be like it looks actually a lot like the creature that was Silvera's familiar, this little like kind of insectoid humanoid thing, as it's like pulling it into its little shelter. And you can see that one of these madcaps kind of walking past that one as it pulls the dead body inside does indeed have this kind of underbite with these 3 pronounced teeth sort of sticking out, the kind of slick bulbous growth of kind of black fleshy material curving down the back. This little creature scampers over to their hut, and before going inside kind of stops looking around to see what the others are doing as they're all going inside their shelters, and then scampers over to the side where that shiny piece of metal is and just kind of plops down on their haunches and looks at their reflection, kind of starts stroking their face and looking. What are you doing here, Pip?
Before we head out, Pip just kind of puts a hand on like Valor's chest as like and just says like, let's try and take them alive, okay?
All right, yes. I've done that before. I can do that.
I know you can. Just so we're on the same page for this.
Sounds good. How do you want to approach this? I'm not the most sneaky, by the way, so...
No, I think you should go up to them and I'll flank them. Because...
You just want me to walk up, like, just walk up and be like, hey, it's me.
You could pretend to hide or something.
Pretend to hide.
Well, I mean, like you said, you're not actually very sneaky.
You just want a distraction. I can be a distraction.
Okay, be a distraction. Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Sure. I can think of something. Let's see here. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. And she kind of like crouches down and starts to walk away and around the corner away from you and out of sight.
Hey, Calliope, did you share that you have nets?
Oh yeah, they were probably like in the tent. I think little dummy has been just like sitting and like, I don't know, knitting and then unknitting itself, I think, to like mend itself, to like patch up the little holes.
That's so
and then
cute.
maybe like unknitting itself and then like doing it again just to pass the time in a pile of nets. So if you
Aw.
wanted to have grabbed one or both of them.
Yeah, you.
Actually, little dummy might have wanted to come along with you. I think little dummy likes the nets.
Oh my gosh. So Pip picks up one of the nets. Does she know that little dummy's in there?
Oh yeah, I think like
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
little dummy's just like,
Sit-
are we going, and just like hovering there, like holding the net, ready to go.
So
Like, you can turn.
okay, yeah. So Pip, as you like go into your boots and pull the net out to like get it ready, you can see little dummy just like clinging to it, looking up at you, excitedly waiting. What are you doing, Pip?
All right, buddy. You've dealt with this net before, so I'm going to hand one end of it to you and the other to me, and we're going to get that little madcap.
Little dummy flops and then does a nod.
And I think like Gilder's on the other shoulder. I'm like going full Disney princess.
Gilder, yeah, climbs up. All right, so Pip, are you like, how are you approaching this? Are you gonna wait for Valor? Or what's your plan here?
Okay. How far is the madcap from that we want from the others?
Yeah, so we'll say that we'll say it's like a collection of like 4 of these little shelters, and there's kind of alleyways between each, you know. And the one, your target, this madcap, is on the farthest left shelter. So it's kind of like, if it's like a row of 4, it's on the far left of that row. And it's kind of sitting in that alleyway between, you know, its building and the neighbor's building. And all the other madcaps have gone inside their little shelters.
I think I'm just gonna try and do, just like a snatch, like a mad napping.
Like just run up and like, and just like try to catch them. Okay.
And just
Stuff
be
in
like,
your boots.
And are you gonna wait
Yeah.
for Valor?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for Valor
Okay.
to come up.
All right. So as you sit there and anxiously are waiting, looking around the corner of this little outcropping, waiting for Valor, you hear something before you see Valor. You hear this horrible like, and you see Valor coming around the corner, holding one of those like abyssal chickens under her arm as its like fleshy mouth filled with teeth is like opening and trying to bite her on the arms, and she kind of locks eyes with you and does a nod and then bursts out from around the corner to be like in view with this madcap and just chucks the chicken in the direction of the madcap and is like, oh shit, it's got away, and starts running towards this chicken as it starts just causing chaos in front of this madcap. What do you do?
I just like tap the madcap on the shoulder, I think.
Oh, so you want to get up behind it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and this will be a stealth check to scurry around behind it as Valor creates this distraction. I'll give you advantage on this because Valor has thrown the chicken out as it starts running around in front of these shelters.
Oh my god.
And 11.
Wow.
Okay. You scurry out from the rocky outcropping, kind of darting between pieces of debris and rocks, and get right up behind this little shelter so that you're right around the corner of the alley where this madcap was sitting. As you look around, you can see the madcap is indeed watching this chaos play out, and you can see it's kind of like getting up on its haunches and watching, and you see it like you see as from kind of the forearm, this almost like mantis-like appendage starts to come out and extend like this blade, almost like a mantis blade, just out from its arm as it looks, and it kind of looks like this sickle on its arm as it's just watching this chicken run around and watching Valor as it goes as it's getting like very excited to dash in the direction of this chaos. You can hear the sounds of other madcaps starting to poke out from their shelters, and as you are leaning around the corner, you put a little too much weight on that piece of sheet metal as it kind of bends, and the madcap flicks around, locking eyes with you as you're peering around the corner. What do you do, Pip?
Well, Needles and Pins wants to talk to you.
You just say, okay. The madcap straightens up.
Oh, that means something to you.
It starts to kind of stalk towards you, looking at you, the eyes sort of bulging out, just black voids. You can see like these little writhing barbels all along the chin and kind of running down the neck, almost like a grotesque waddle on a turkey, but it's just kind of moving as it starts to stalk towards you.
Pins and needles. What's they want with me?
As it
Well, they want
keeps
you
stalking closer.
They want me dead. Why would they want me dead when they gave you this new beautiful face? And
Because
who,
of sarcasm, I can't tell.
who might you be?
As it gets within about probably about 5 feet of you as it's looking up into your face.
I think at this point, Pip has given the net to Little Dummy, and it's just like, stay behind it. Just stay behind it.
So I imagine Little Dummy's just kind of like floating over your right shoulder, holding the net, and you're kind of looking around, to the left at this thing. Little Dummy, you want Little Dummy to try to like fly up and get behind it?
If he can, yeah, if it can.
Calliope, if you don't mind making a stealth roll for Little Dummy.
This is what Little Dummy does for me all the time.
Okay.
Like, what is my purpose? Flank. Yeah, so stealth is +4. That's not 1 for 5.
Perfect.
I've rolled so far tonight, just to be clear, a 2, and then a 1.
So, Pip, as you have to kind of slowly let go of the net so that Little Dummy can kind of bundle it up.
There's 2 nets.
There's
So
2
I
nets?
think-
I mean, I
Yeah,
imagined the way it was
Yeah.
described, the way I imagined
Oh.
it was that Pip had grabbed the one net, but
Oh, okay.
so
Cool.
Pip, as you, because I thought you were kind of wanted it where it's like Little Dummy has one corner, you have the other, right? And you were gonna run up and do that. Was that my?
That's what we were gonna
Yeah,
do, but
okay.
then I bungled it.
So as you let go with your right hand and the net kind of slips out of your right hand as Little Dummy starts to fly up with it, holding it, because little Dummy can fly. Wait, can Little Dummy fly? Yeah. As Little Dummy floats up, trying to like pull the net up and go up and over to get behind Wazik. As Little Dummy starts to go up and around the corner, Little Dummy sort of slips and the net sort of goes tumbling out of Little Dummy's hand before Little Dummy can catch it, and it just falls in a pile behind Wazik as Wazik looks up at Little Dummy above there. Looks at you, Pip. What fun! And Wazik just extends their blade out towards you, trying to slash you across the stomach to expose your entrails. So I'm going to just get 1 free attack on you as this happens, and then we're going to roll initiative, and we'll do a quick little combat here.
Oh my god, god damn it.
So let me... and Claire, get ready for Valor, if you don't mind.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Is this one of the madcaps that was on the wall when we showed up?
No, those were red caps on the wall.
Those were red caps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. These are the demon corrupted version, I guess.
Oh, are they demons?
They're not demons, but what was, I believe, was explained to you by somebody. I can't remember who said it. They're red caps who have basically soaked themselves in demon ichor.
Got it.
So we're gonna say that y'all are.
They're like rats at a gas station that just took like a gasoline bath.
Oh, amazing. So I'm just gonna say that it's back over here somewhere, Pip. I don't know if you see where I put your token on the map. We'll just call it. You know what? Let's do it away from this big hole because I don't want to address that right now. We'll say Valor's here.
Okay.
All right. So we'll say that the 2 of you are back here in this little alley thing. I don't know if you see where your token is.
Yeah,
It's over
I do.
off to the right.
I see now. Yeah.
And let me grab some tokens. So, oh my god.
Note to self, just try and persuade him next time.
Oh, this is so good. This is exactly what I would expect from a lone Pip adventure. All right, so let's do some quick initiative rolls here. Let me do Madcap. All right, what did Valor get?
26.
Holy crap! What did Pip? Did you roll?
Yeah, 14.
14, okay.
Oh my
And little dummy.
I rolled my third 2 of the game,
Wow.
so I'm up to 4.
4. My God.
Is like one of his threads still attached to the net?
I think so.
All right. Well, to kick this off, the Madcap is going to get a free attack for that natural 1. And we'll say that little dummy is floating 10 feet up. And here we go. Let me pull this up. All right. What do they get? Okay, here we go. So it's going to do 2 slashes on you, and I think it's going to try to scurry up to try to catch little dummy. So it gets 3 attacks. So here we go. On you first, Pip. Oh God, that's a 20 and a 21, not natural.
Okay.
So you take 9 points of slashing damage from the first hit and 7 from the second. And so as this like gross little mantis blade sticks out and it straight across your belly, you feel it cut through the fabric and leave these big gashes across your belly. You're able to reflexively pull back just enough that it doesn't pierce through and actually, cut open your stomach. And then it scurries up with kind of this weird skittering movement up the side of the wall to go up towards little dummy, slashing up at little dummy. I will let it, let's see if it can even do that. I'll let it do, a strength check. Oh, roll the natural 1. So it tries to scamper up the side of the wall to slash up at little dummy and slips and falls on its ass prone.
Onto the net?
I mean, the net's in a pile on the ground. And then it'll use the rest of its movement to stand up and... all right. Now we can go to the top of the round, taking us to Valor. Valor, you hear all this commotion happening, and you see 4 more of these critters poking out from the various shelters. They were watching you chase the chicken, and now they seem very excitedly looking in the direction of this madcap that just kind of screeched out as it started slashing at Pip.
Okay, I'm still gonna do what I was gonna do. Run up to Wazig and make 2 non-lethal attacks
Okay, yeah.
with the thing.
Oh, you have a glaive. That's right. Yeah.
Which is a D10. I know these things. First attack, we have 17 to hit.
That should hit. Sorry, hold on. I don't think these guys have very high AC. Yes, that definitely hits.
Okay. So that's 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I assume it's bludgeoning because I'm not slashing with the blade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
And then 21 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 9 bludgeoning.
Okay. So 2 solid strikes. They kind of like stumble forward as they get smacked in the back of the head, and then just whip around looking at Valor and just let out a little screech, and then you hear from around the corner all of the madcaps. All right, what?
Can I yell out an infernal?
Yeah.
We're not going to kill him. I'm going Scottish. I promise.
So Valor shouts, "We're not going to kill him." All right.
I promise.
I promise. An infernal. Let me check something. Do they know infernal? I don't know if they do. Okay.
Wow, way to
shout,
assume Valor.
you shout that out. All right. They all just, yeah, okay.
That's right. Intimidate them.
Pip, you're up.
uh, no, I'm not gonna do that. That'd be too mean. Anyway, okay. Pip is just going to look at her bloodied shirt and just be like, "Ow, what the fuck?" and throw a kind of reach around in her boots and throw a bottle of holy water, a flask of holy water onto him.
Okay. Okay. So throw a bottle of holy water at this madcap. What does it say? What holy water? How holy water does?
2d6, I think.
Yeah, 2d6
radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do they make a save or do you make an attack roll?
I think I make an attack roll.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Ooh, did I? I didn't. Okay. Dang, I guess I'm just going to do it as...
Wait, hold on. I think it just happens?
It just happens,
no, you
I
make a ranged attack. Make a ranged attack. Okay, so this is at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack, so...
Oh, but it says that it doesn't have to be. I can just throw it on them.
You can just throw it on them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
splash it or throw
Splash it.
Slash it or throw it. Okay, then
Yeah.
just make a melee attack, yeah. So go ahead and if you have a melee weapon, you can use that, or just add your... I think it...
13.
Light hammer. Okay, yeah, 13. Perfect. That just...
I do have to ask, is this a fiend or undead? If it's not, it doesn't do anything.
So that is a good question. That is not necessarily in the stat block. So I'm going to make a call here. So you a 13.
It's been drinking demon blood, right?
A 13 just hits as the holy water splashes over the form of this creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh.
10.
Nice.
Awesome. And you immediately see the skin start to sizzle as it splashes over the top of this thing, and it just reacts in pain, taking 10 damage. It's still up.
Gilder, just a little knock. Bonus.
And Gilder the soul coin, will scamper down and go ahead and make an attack roll for Gilder.
Yeah. Whew. How did I do that? I guess I did that just as like an unarmed strike. Okay, 19.
That also hits, just hits.
Okay, and how much damage they do? Like a D4?
Yeah, I don't remember. It's the
1d4
homunculus.
plus 2.
1d4 plus
Oh
2.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, 1d4 plus 2.
Force
That's not
damage.
bad.
Okay.
1d4 plus...
Technically range 30 feet. I just realized somehow.
30 feet.
3.
3 damage. Okay. Okay, so Gilder leaps onto this madcap and little flash of light as the madcap kind of recoils and tries to smack Gilder off, taking us to... Is that it for you, Pip?
Yeah.
Okay, taking us to Little Dummy.
Really? Before the madcap?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. The madcap got
I see a
5. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest. Okay, yeah. So the madcap
Oh,
is
shoot. The madcap is like right in...
melee. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Did you want to try and do something?
Yeah, it's just that I already used my bonus action for... Yeah, damn. Okay.
Okay. So the madcap
That's fine.
hisses at you, and it's just gonna do all 3 attacks on you.
I clearly didn't think this through.
Here we go. Only one of them hit with a 20. You take 7 points of slashing damage, and
Oh.
all the other little madcaps come swarming out of their shelters with glee. They all come running out, their weird little mantis limbs kind of peeling open as they come running towards Valor, as these tiny little creatures come swarming around Valor. Yeah, they have enough movement. And this one can only get to there. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they only have 25 feet of movement. Yeah. Okay. So that one will dash just to swarm in. Okay. So 3 of these things swarm around Valor, and are all just gonna start unleashing. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that this one, that abyssal chicken, is running around, and it just goes sprinting for it to try to grab it as it's still like running around, and it's kind of slobbering at the mouth as it goes running towards it. The other 3 though go for Valor. Here we go. So what is Valor's AC?
18.
18. Okay. Oh, that's a natural 20. So Valor, for the first one, Valor takes 12 points of slashing damage. For the next one, Valor takes another 7 points.
Is this going to be 9 attacks?
Yes.
Are there any attacks that are 19 or 20 to hit?
Okay, yeah. This one is an 18 to hit.
Okay, I will parry that.
Okay, so that is parried. And then the next one is a 24 to hit, so that's 10 points of slashing. And then the final one goes all in, slash, and misses with all 3. So Valor is deflecting the blows and off of her armor and with her sword her glaive, as these little creatures are just trying to carve into her, and they are like slobbering at the mouth and just like as they're trying to get between the armor and peel into her flesh. You see this chaos erupting around you, Pip, as this happens. Taking us to Little Dummy.
Little Dummy had a job. Little Dummy is a soldier. Little Dummy is gonna net this rat madcap.
Go for it.
So heroically, it just kind of like swoops down, grabs the net, picks it up, and then I guess tries to drop it on this thing.
Okay, yeah. I forget how the net works. Is it an attack roll?
I make an attack roll.
Go for it.
How does this work? I think it's +5, so it's
Okay.
gonna be 1d20 +5.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
But it's a 13. That's exactly what you needed. So the net drops down on Wazik, and Wazik is, I believe, restrained and
until it's
grappled.
freed.
Okay, so
Not grappled, just restrained, and it can either use its action to make a DC 10 strength check,
okay,
or deal 5 slashing damage to the net.
To
And it has to
cut
be
through.
slashing, I think.
okay, okay, yeah. So Wazik is suddenly restrained. And what is that? Anything else for Little Dummy?
How does dragging work?
Dragging.
No, it has 4 strength. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do nothing.
I think, yeah, just there's just so many
Yeah.
things there. The way we've established Little Dummy, I just
Yeah.
can't imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, poof.
And so then it hovers I think away from the wall where they can pop up and get it.
Okay.
It's just up 10 or let's say 15 feet in the air.
All right.
Right here.
Wazik will attempt to slash attack of opportunity because Little Dummy had to drop down to grab the net.
Oh, it was adjacent, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So 1 attack of opportunity at disadvantage because the net got dropped.
I think that'll be worth it.
Still a 19 at disadvantage.
Oh, that's a hit.
8 points of slashing.
It's up. It's
Little
not looking
Dummy's
great.
still up. Okay, so
Yeah.
the little sock puppet is slashed, and drops a little and is able to fly away. Taking us back.
I think just like half of its arm is just like limp now, and it's
Yeah.
just like hanging out up here. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Valor, it is your turn. And Wazik is looking pretty messed up and is now trapped in a net. But you are also being swarmed.
Pip, is this worth it?
No, can we just grab him and go? He doesn't look heavy.
I will grab the net, disengage, and run.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you'll have to step.
Disengage, then grab the net. And
Yeah.
Run.
Okay, so you'll have to step 5 feet forward, grab it, and then you have 25 feet to just run.
Is there an action surge or something in Valor?
Nope, she does not have action surge.
So, yeah, which way are you running? We don't have to.
That's a great question.
yeah.
Which way did we come from?
So, looking at the map, the south is in the direction of the hostel and the entrance to the hostel and kind of where you came from.
Okay, cool.
Going north and that way, like up and around, is going back to like where Mad Maggie's lair is and the chicken
yeah,
pen.
we're not going to bother with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so you have a squirming Wazik in the net as you are running. And
Bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm going to second wind.
Okay, awesome.
That's cocked. Okay.
All right, Pip, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna run.
Uh-huh.
With little dummy, just be like, "Oh, come on, dummy, can you come?
Oh my
Get on my
God.
shoulder."
Okay. I mean, it's like a 15 feet up in the air right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna assume little dummy's gonna be okay, but she'll go back for him if she has to. So that is 35 feet. Can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll go up there and then I think just like pistol him.
Okay.
Just pistol him and just be like, "This is not lethal." Right?
Yeah,
I know how to do it.
go ahead and make another melee attack. Yeah, you could use it looked like you had a hammer, a light hammer. You can just use that for it. That hits. And yeah, it would be your strength. The damage would be 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Oh, is that what that is as well? Is that a
Yeah.
d4? Okay,
Yeah.
so you did 1 point of damage. So as it's just squirming in there, furious. It's still definitely awake. Anything else for you, Pip?
Let's see if I have. Oh God, it would be so nice if I just had sleep.
Shh, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
How about breathe? Shut the fuck up.
Oh wait, didn't we do something with your acid splash at one point, or your poison spray?
Oh,
We haven't
yeah.
used that mechanic in a long time.
Yeah, that we had that homebrew thing where you could do poison spray non-lethally, but you had to do a roll for it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I already did. What can I do? What can I do? Because this is dumb. I'm not gonna let this guy just.
Oh my
Oh my God. This is so frustrating.
This is hilarious.
Can you take
Okay.
him in bonus action dash?
That's what I was thinking, but then he'll break out of it.
It's true. It's true. Pretty easily.
Yeah. And that's why I was thinking, like, if I have something I used to have web as a spell, which is frustrating, but whatever. I think I'll just have Gilder try and knock him out again. Like, I mean, he's gotta be. He's like hurt, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you add your sneak attack damage to that pistol?
Oh yeah. Go ahead and add your
did.
add your sneak
Oh my
attack
God, thank
damage.
you. I totally forgot about sneak attack.
What do you get? Is it just 1d6 at this level or 2?
It's just 1d6.
Okay.
It adds up.
What if you roll
that's just
another
a
one?
2.
That would be so funny. A 2. Okay. All right. No. Yeah. He's still squirming. So Gilder is going to scurry over and try to blast.
Yeah.
Go for it.
This is so frustrating, dude. Just like stop. Just stop. Oh, Gilder.
Gilder gets smacked and kind of tumbles off of Valor and is able to grab onto the pant leg or onto your boots, and it's just now kind of like trailing off the back of your boot as you both go running across the dusty the kind of dusty courtyard here. Is that it for you, Pip?
End the episode
Yeah.
as we run off
Yes,
into the...
I was gonna ask what Pip, if that was the end of Pip's turn. If that's the end of your turn, we're gonna end the episode on the Madcap's turns, as Valor and Pip go sprinting across the yard. The sound of Madcaps behind you rising up as they begin to chase the two of them. And
All right, maybe we aren't good investigators.
no, I don't think so. I think it's much better if I just fight. And as she's shouting that, we'll kind of slowly pull away, and we just see all of this happening down below. And from behind, we see the kind of back of two imps just watching and laughing as the two the two of you go running across the yard, being chased by all the madcaps. And we'll end there and see what happens next time. Oh my God.
just chuck him at pins and needles.
That's where it's gonna go.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. We'll see you next. No, we're not going to see you next week. We're taking a break next week because it is Thanksgiving, and we're all most of us are going to be busy. I think all of us are going to be busy. But we'll see you in 2 weeks. Please join us in 2 weeks, and I can't wait to see what happens. See how you're going to get out of this.
Such a good side quest.
Yeah. Thank you for joining ArcF2. I'm really glad you were here tonight. It was amazing.
It's great to have you in chat.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Very.
sure.
Always.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.